Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to chair yoga. Please turn your cameras on so I can see you, please. All right, how's everybody doing today? I'm starting off with a sunny day, pretty day today. Spring is on its way. Last day of February. All right, well, today's classes have a theme of joy and gratitude today. So as we settle in, let's think about what we're most grateful for. And also what brings us joy, right? So joy is just that little light inside of us. And we can have that light perked up within us, that joyfulness. When we have a fun event to look forward to, maybe just a sunny day after a rainy day, that brings us joy for sure. Also, weddings, birthdays, newborns, all those special celebrations bring us joy. That's the kind of joy that I like to bring out in our classes, and really just anytime that I'm exercising. I look at it as a chance to celebrate what my body can do, right? Rather than any kind of punishment for my body. It's a celebration to be able to still move, right? Fluidly and independently. So when we are working in class today, just think about how much joy movement, mindful movement brings to you. That's what we'll bring out in class. So let's settle in, close our eyes, and feel your feet. Feel the ground underneath your feet, and you'll feel all the little toes touching, your heels touching. We just feel everything, both right and left sides of us. Palms face down on our lap. That continues to give us a sense of grounding and maybe even a little bit of sense of comfort. We'll sit up nice and tall, and you may use the back of the chair if you need that support. However, if we're able to sit a little bit more forward of the back of the chair, we'll engage more of those abdominal muscles. Use that muscle strength to sit tall. And we'll breathe in and out through our nose, or in through the nose and out of the mouth. And as we're breathing, let's just bring this awareness to the breath. Focus on that versus your thinking mind. Think about your breathing body. Focus on your breathing body. And take a breath in and out of the nose a few more times. We need to take this time out to slow the breath, to calm our bodies, so that the body is prepared for our yoga practice. So settle in, taking a few more breaths here mindfully. Mindfulness is just paying attention, being aware. And notice what we're feeling as we breathe. Maybe you'll feel an expansiveness in your chest, in your rib cage. Feel the chest lift up and down with every inhale and exhale. Maybe you feel more of a movement in the rib cage as you direct your breath lower to the lower lobes of the lungs, and that means the diaphragm's breathing, and that's a very good thing. It's moving with our breath. And let's take 2 more deep breaths and feel the belly rise and fall as well. Send that breath a little bit lower even. Good. As we breathe in, we're bringing in energy. That oxygen is what fuels our body, so let's bring it in. Fill up. It's like we're filling up our tank right now. And then we exhale and soften and let everything go. All those things that worry you, just start to let them go. We're going to bring in one big expansive breath, and then let everything release. Good, and I'll just ask that you stay in your seat for the next hour. Try to put the phone off to the side, turn it off, turn off radio, TV, and let this be your mental vacation from everything else. I know it's difficult when you're at home. I'm at home as well, and you know, it's just centering our attention on ourselves and committing to ourselves, because we're worth our own undivided attention. So let's settle in and commit to the next 60 minutes of just taking good care of ourselves. And we'll start by taking our chin now, gently tucking it downward, holding for a moment. This first feeling of opening is so wonderful, to open the back of the neck. We'll find that nice length there, and then roll our right ear to the shoulder, and then we'll swoop down through center, and then we'll take our left ear over. From here, going back and forth in your range of motion. If it feels too deep or too sharp, make the little half circle even smaller. You're in charge of the range of motion, so do what feels best for you. And then we'll take our right ear over, so chin to center, and then right ear over the right shoulder. This time, left arm out to the side, spread those fingers wide, and let's have the elbow nice and straight, and pretend that you're reaching toward the floor. Really stretch there on that left side. Keep reaching. You might even notice a nice tingling sensation on the arm. And then begin to open and close the fingers. So we're stretching into that sensation. We're stretching our connective tissue, our fascia right now. And that fascia, that's the netting that covers us, and it can get a little stiff and tight. So we breathe through it, and we try to lubricate it and soften it up a little bit. Now we'll place our hand and our chin right back through center and go to the left side. Now we've got our left ear over the shoulder and the right arm reaching for the floor. So that right arm's out at a diagonal. It's not hip height, it's not shoulder height, it's right in between the two. We'll spread the fingers wide. Let that ear fall nice and heavily over the shoulder. Really reach far toward the floor. Feel that sensation. And then begin to open and close your fingers there in the right hand. Nice. Feel that sensation, breathing deeply. Beautiful. Again, hand and chin all the way to center, and take the right ear one more time over the shoulder. This time we're going to hold on to the seat of our chair with our left hand and lean over to the right. That's going to help lower your left shoulder down a bit, and that creates more space between the neck and the shoulder. You may stay here or start turning your chin toward that right armpit, and then maybe stay here. You can back out if this is too much. If you have the green light, possibly add a couple of head nods. Now this area is pretty tight for most of us, so if possible, we'll turn our chin up and tuck it down. But if not, just turn your ear back over your shoulder and pause and stretch. Good. Okay, everybody, ear back over the shoulder, come up through center. You can use your right hand to put your head back up, and then chin down. Left ear rolls over the shoulder, right hand grabs onto the chair, and we'll lean off to our left. Keep rolling that right shoulder back and down, and just lean enough to feel that right elbow straight, and then that nice stretch. Shoulder dropping down, stretching the right side, and then possibly turning the chin toward the left armpit now, and adding on a head nod. We want to take time to stretch out the neck every day. The neck is our mobility. It's what we see around us in life. It's our ability to turn and look behind us. Let's take our ear over the shoulder, come through neutral, and then left hand puts the head back on. Now we'll interlace both hands behind our head so we have a hammock for our head. Now chin parallel, and I want you to push your head back into your hands and your hands into your head. Really feel those back muscles fire up, maybe even the triceps, and then keep the length, pull the head up a little bit, keep that length, and then arms out to a T, and we'll take our palms up and our palms down. Up and down, and then flip them up. We'll take the arms up and overhead, palms touch, and then hands right back to the heart space, and then lengthen back out. Palms out this time. We're gonna look to our left and flip just that left palm up. Flip it down, head center. We're just turning our head right and turning that right palm up. Come back to center, working our brain and our body. So look left, flip that left palm up, flip it down, come to center, look right, flip that palm up. Good. Now we add a lean. So look left, flip the palm, and then reach to the left. Good. Now come back to center, flip that palm, flip the right palm up, lean. Good. Flip the palm down, left arm up. Nice job. Now we're opening up the shoulder joint. We're using our core muscles to keep us nice and balanced. One more time to each side. Good. Right arm up and lean right. Excellent. Back to center again, both palms up, arms up and overhead. We look up and then exhale the hands to the heart space. Good. Now let's scoot all the way back in our chairs. We're going to take both legs up and move around a little bit. So let's point and flex our feet. Nice. This I love, especially when we get into the warmer months of summer, when our feet feel swollen, our legs in general feel tight and swollen. This is going to help with the swelling. Also, if the legs are just achy, restless leg syndrome, moving the blood around is very important. And it's also to move them around in circles. So roll them around. For just the movement of that ankle joint, it also increases the circulation going on in our feet. We'll go the other way. Keep them agile, nice. And then paddling out there, one and the other, alternating. That's a little bit of brain work, a little bit of quadricep work. Flex and extend. We're going to be moving through our feet quite a bit today. Nice. So let's stomp and shake all that out. Get the capillaries on the bottom of the feet stimulated. Now, we're going to do an exercise that includes our feet and our necks, and we have warmed them both up. So we are ready. This sequence is called the foot slider. I like it because there's a before and after, and I love that, where we can see how the little secret maps in our bodies are all interconnected via connective tissue. So the foot slider. The first thing what we're going to do is the before, all right? And so after, what we want to know is, are we getting more freedom across all parts of our body? So we sit tall with our hands on our lap. The first check-in is to take our chin and look up at the ceiling, looking up as far as you can. So noticing if there's something on the wall, maybe there's a vent or a light fixture or something that you could look at. What do you see? Good. And then come back to neutral. Just noticing that range of motion and the tightness, maybe the stiffness that's there. All right, now from here, you're going to slide your left foot straight out in front of you, knee a little bit bent, and then flex your foot up off the floor, like you're just taking your left foot a lot off the gas pedal. Really pull your toes towards you. Nice. Now, I want you to curl your toes tight toward the toe ball mound. Lower the toes to the floor. Slide your foot back under your knee. Now push down in the toe ball mound and lift and flare your toes. All right. Now, this might get a little crampy, so just do the best you can. We're going to shift the foot forward, flex it, curl the toes down, curls the toes only, then the whole foot lowers, pull back, push into the toe ball mound and lift and spread those toes. All right, we're going to do it again. So sliding out, flexing the foot, curl the toes, lower, come back in, ball of the foot presses down, lift and flare those toes. All right, we're going to take all that to the right side. So right foot slides forward, flex the foot, curl the toes in, lower the foot to the floor, slide it back in, press that toe ball mound and really spread the toes. Slide, flex, curl the toes, lower, pull it back in, press the toe ball mound, lift the toes off the floor, big toe to pinky toe, really wide. One more time, slide forward, flex the foot, curl the toes, drop them down, pull it back, press the toe ball mound, lift and spread the toes. Nice, now we're going to do the after. So just relax your feet, lift your head all the way up, look up at the ceiling, and then come back down. Show of hands, anybody have a greater range of motion or less tightness and stiffness thereafter? All right, so that is so great. We're gonna take our let's do the left foot first. Left foot up, and we're gonna massage it, and I'll explain why all that works, right? So we have our dense plantar fascia here at the bottom of the foot, right? That softens up here when we massage it, and that's what we want, to get a little more mobility of our toes. So go in between the toes, the webbing of the toes, the arch of the toes. Nice. So while we were doing the before and after exercise, we were really curling those toes. And what happens is when we curl the toes and pull them backwards, let's do that now. Curl and flex your toes back and forth. This motion right here, this curling and flexing of the toes, directly maps to your neck, because your plantar fascia is directly through these little secret maps directed to your neck. So the more you take your toes forward and back, the more your head can lift and lower. Isn't that fabulous? Now let's massage the other foot. Good. So when we move our feet in all the different directions, flexing and pointing and curling and all the stretches of the connective fascia, when you connect one part of the netting, the whole body benefits. So when we stretch one part, it just goes all the way up the chain, which is fabulous. Really kind of fun to see that in real life. All right, let's shake out those feet, stomp them out a little bit. And now we're going to do a quad work, because our quads are our muscles of independence. I like this one, but it is a little bit challenging, so careful if you have any knee pains. Someone came up to me Monday and said that when we did the blast off, her knees hurt a little bit. So my response was strengthen those quadriceps. Knees need to be nice and strong with these muscles that surround, and that comes from the quadriceps being strong. So we're going to do a little bit so when we stand up, we don't have so much knee pain, right? So we'll lift one knee up and then the other, right? Let's just get into that hip flexor right here. If you can do it without holding on, let's see if we can really focus on the core, the hip flexor, and the quad. If you need to grab on, you can grab on. See if we can just do a few marches here. One and then the other. Quads and hip flexors especially working. All right, now we're going to settle in just the left leg. So left leg, we're going to pick it up. We're going to kick it out like you're kicking a ball, lower the heel, and then slide the foot in. So similar to what we were doing before. We're going to lift up, kick, heel down, and then slide the foot in. One more time. Lift that knee, kick that soccer ball, lower the heel, and come back in. Let's take it to the right side. So right lifts, use your tummy, kick it out. That's the quad. Lower it and pull it in. Lift, kick, lower, pull in. One more time. Extend that knee, nice, and back in. Now let's take our hand around our left knee and just move that knee. Go like this, extend in and out a few times. How many of us are clicking? I click. Every time I go up and down the stairs, I hear all the little parts of the knees rubbing together there. Okay, let's go to the other knee. All right, well, even though they're clicking, at least they're moving right. And sometimes it's tendons rubbing, sometimes it's arthritis, sometimes that's bone on bone. Right? It's nothing to be alarmed of, right? It's not going to hurt you, but we still want to strengthen around that knee. All right, let's take our windshield wiper at the end of the chair and look at the opposite shoulder. Look over your shoulder a few times, turning your head, turning your hips. Nice. Ooh, that feels good. Just a twist and turn a little bit. Ah, okay, let's come back through center. Well done on all that. We're going to get some water, and then we're going to pick things up a little bit. It's a misunderstanding that chair yoga is boring or it isn't challenging. Chair yoga can be very fun. It can be very cardiovascular. We can really get our hearts and our lungs going. Now, if you're wearing an Apple Watch, take a look at what your heart rate per minute is, because I want us to see if we can elevate it. All right? So heart rates go up when we do certain activities because we use the large muscles of our body, right? And when we're using that effort, big body movements like that, the heart works more, the lungs work more. The heart has to pump blood to the muscles for them to do that big movement, and then the lungs get involved as well. All right, so I love that. So we're gonna start with jumping jacks. So sit at the edge of your chair. It goes like this, just a jumping jack in and out, right? A little bit easier than when we're standing, I think, but it's a playful, joyful movement, right? And the idea is to have some fun while we move. This is such a great movement. You can do it, we're all in sync there, up and down. Good job. Problem is not sliding off your chair. Good job, keep going. Oh, nice. Let's do 2 more and 1 more. Oh, shake it out. That's just fun. It makes you smile. Okay, now we're gonna add some brain work with that. So continue to sit at the edge of your chair. This time it's gonna be a little more challenging because we'll take one arm and the opposite leg. So it's challenging because it's coordination. Yeah. So using the right and left side of the brain, right and left side of the body. Oh, you got it. Nice. Keep going. We're extending one arm and the other leg, and we're getting that heart rate up again because those big muscles are working and the heart's pumping blood, so the muscles move. Good. Whew. Now, let's take the index fingers together, sit in our mountain position, and we'll take the right arm up, come back in, left arm up, and then the opposite foot just kicks out there. Good. Ooh, we're gonna do our disco move, right? Continue this side to side, kick out, left arm up, right arm up, while we kick to the side, right foot, left foot, very good. All these moves continuing to elevate that heart rate. 1 more. Whew, good job. Shake it out a little bit. Helicopter those arms. Nice. Okay. And then check your heart rate. See what your heart rate says. Mine's trying to figure it out. Okay. So check your heart rate. See if it's gone up. And then just take a little pause. Whew, we'll catch our breath. Inhale and exhale. Okay, mine I think went from 92 to 99. Anybody else get their heart rate up on that one just a little bit? That's good. Yeah, we want the heart rate to come up. We want the blood pushing through the arteries of our heart just to push cholesterol out and all that good stuff. Keep that heart healthy. All right, that was a nice little warm up. Now we're going to crisscross our arms more here to warm up our shoulders. Make sure we get some lymph flowing. We don't want that lymph stagnant in the armpit. All right, side to side. Now, next time we have our right arm on top, we're going to either hug, right? And while we're hugging, we've got our right arm on top. Left leg can go ankle in front or thigh in front. You can stay with this hug for sure. You can take the backs of your hands together, or maybe the left fingertips are in the right palm. Nice. Now from here, we're just squeezing those armpits. We're squeezing the groin. Breathing in and out. Now we're gonna lift those elbows, shoulders lift. Exhale, lower it down. Good. Inhale, lift. and lower. So we're not really doing any kind of cat-cow. I just want you to lift and lower, and I hope this is good for everybody because it's such an important movement. The shoulder girdle, gliding up and down. It means the muscles are loose enough that it's allowing that to happen. Nice. Now let's lower the elbows, tuck your chin, and stretch the back of the neck. And now hold here and breathe 2 more times. Inhale, big breath, right between the shoulders. Exhale out. Inhale, big breath again. Exhale. One more big breath in. Really stretch the back. Now release the arms and legs and shake all that out and prepare to do all of that on the other side. So we'll take our arms to the side and crisscross again. We want to kind of give a little squeeze at the armpit. Release our immune busters there, the little vacuum cleaners, the lymph nodes. And then left arm on top. Left arm on top and right ankle or right thigh. Once we get the wrap of choice, we'll settle in, lift the elbows, and then lower them. Good. Lift shoulders and elbows, and then exhale, pull them down. Want to feel a nice stretch there. Sometimes this feels really tight, so just do the best you can. Shoulder blades are meant to glide up and down the spine. They are not adhered to the spine, and this movement's very important. Keeps us from getting frozen shoulder. Good. One more time. Lift, lower. Now tuck that chin again. Really squeeze your armpits, elbows, and fingers, and then breathe into the shoulder blades. Exhale back out. 2 more big breaths. Nice. Go ahead and take that all the way out to the side. Release and just take it out like a swan. Let it flow like an eagle, just very graceful, kind of floppy. Shake it all about. Nice. Now let's do some things for arthritis. No, cancel. Okay. So we're going to take our left hand out like this. Now, want to take the fingers, just open and close a few times just to warm everything up. Before we stretch, we want to make sure there's some blood flow. I always have super cold hands. It means I don't have the best circulation, so it's good to warm up first. And then just kind of go in and out with those fingers. Yeah, touch them together and open them. Good. All right, so now open up. The thumb is, this knuckle is the first place where we get arthritis. So the exercise is to take your left thumb and crisscross all the way over the palm to the pinky side of the hand, way over there. Now it takes effort in that lowest knuckle to maintain that. Now see all these other fingers, they stay nice and straight. Good. Ooh, that's a big one. Just hold here and breathe. It's all there is. There's not much to it, right? But if we're sensitive here, we can really feel that. And then shake it out. Okay, other hand, open and close. Just get that blood flowing to the left or right hand. Nice. And then fingers in and out. That's a little bit of coordination. But we're going to do more of that in just a moment. First, let's stretch that knuckle. So spread your fingers wide. It's called starfishing your hand. And then the thumb will crisscross all the way over to the pinky side. Woo, it's hard to get there and keep all those other fingers straight, but we'll do the best we can with this as well. So breathe through that, especially if you're getting a little bit of pain. Mine's not so much painful, but it feels tight, right? So we get a good stretch there. The tools that we have, we want to keep them limber, right? And feeling good. All right, now we're going to take both hands and we're going to open the ring finger from the index finger. So we've got 2 and 2 in our Star Trek salute. Nice. Can we do that? Can we open and close those a few times? How about just the left hand and then just the right? Because sometimes one hand will do it like the dominant one will, but the non-dominant one won't. So just a little bit of playfulness with that. Good. Now let's take all the fingers together, only pinky finger pulling away from the other fingers. Good. How we do. And then bring them back in. Nice. And then one more time, star stretch salute. So 2 and 2. Good. Come back in. Now, can you take the index and the ring and the pinky away from the index? Try to keep the index still, but pull the other 3 out. That's a lot of mindfulness. That's your brain telling your hands to do that thing. All right, then come back in. And then index finger is easier to pull out by itself, right? All right, everybody looks so serious. And then let's do it again. Star Trek, live well and prosper. All right, good job. And release it and shake it out. Good work. Oh, nice. Let's do a little stretch there. So the right palm up, and we'll pull the hand down and back toward us to stretch all that out that we were working so hard with. Woo, stretch into that. And then the other side, left hand. Now don't press too far forward with the heel of the hand. You don't want to cause a carpal tunnel issue. Just a gentle stretch. Go easy. And then palms together. And we'll take a crisscross left hand over right, turn them toward each other. You're going to take your hands up underneath you, good, and then back out, flip it to the other side. So the back of the right hand against the left and come underneath there. Just nice, interesting angles for the wrist and the thumb. Get it all stretching, good. And give that a little shake. Let's have some more water. That last one was kind of like a Gumby thing. Remember Gumby and Pokey? All right. I love this one too, where you take your hands together and then the backs of the hands together and then pump your fist. This is probably one of my favorite ones when I've been doing yoga a lot, or at the computer, just anything where you're working your wrists a lot in the same position over and over. Good. And then one thing I love also, back to that knuckle, is you can flick like a little light. You can flick it against that index finger, and that kind of strengthens that joint. That's what we want. All right, shake it out. Did y'all see the fireworks? Okay, that's kind of a fun little addition that Zoom does. We're going to get the heart rate going again, and we'll do about 8 of our sun salutations. First couple are slower, and then we pick it up a bit. So we start with our feet on the floor, hands at our heart, and let's inhale the big sun circle all the way up. That one really straightens and strengthens our spine. Then we come into better posture with that cactus arm. Hinging forward, we'll come halfway. Use your strength to hold here. Pull those elbows back. Inhale. Now exhale your hands to your kneecaps, and let's fold it toward the floor. Let's come up halfway with the back arch. Exhale, you can round your back and come into forward fold. And then right arm reaches to the side or up toward the ceiling. You can look at the thumb and release it. Left arm reaching out or all the way up. Release it. Now let's inhale to power ourselves all the way back up. That's that big sun circle again. And then exhale our hands to the heart. Hands touch right here at the heart. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, go right into that cactus, lean halfway down. Arms in cactus, inhale. Exhale, hands to the kneecaps and slide. Inhale, come into your back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Left arm reaching, spreading the fingers. Release. Right arm reaching. And release, big circle up, arms reach, palms land at the heart. Again, one more like this. We lift up and look up. We'll come forward into our cactus, halfway down, elbows back a bit, take your breath. Exhale, slide to the floor. Let's come up halfway. Exhale and fold, right arm reaching up, look up. Release it, left arm up. And lower, big sun circle all the way up. Look up and touch. Exhale the hands to the heart. Good. This time take your big eagle's wing. Exhale and round into your cat. Inhale, look up, cow. One more time, cat and cow. Now we have a cactus arm. We're going to inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Twist right. Good. Back to center and exhale, round. touch palms and elbows together. Inhale, look up, flare those elbows wide. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift, swoop up again, and then tilt to your left. Nice. And we'll tilt to our right. Good job. This time, arms coming up. Good job. We'll have a little tap here, and then release. Good. Let's turn it to our left. Take a little bow, tap, come through center, release, turn right. Take a little bow, center, arms out, and then lean forward. Lean, lean, lean. Now, as far as we can, then both arms out in front like you're holding a beach ball. We want that core to work, so maybe lean a little more forward if you can. Feel those abs kick in. Now, toes stay down, heels lift up. Important to stretch the bottom of the feet. Lower the heels, arms come up, feet wide, and we'll take a big circle, up and over. Good, up and over. One more time, up and over. Nice job. Now hands come down this time. Right knee lifts. We're gonna tap. Right knee lifts again and release. This time, left knee lifts. Little tap, left knee up. Good. Now, right knee lifts, we turn right. Step that down, little tap, come back up. Right knee through center. Left knee coming up. We'll lower, left knee. Beautiful. Arms out. Let's lean, lean, lean. Arms reach out. We'll hold that ball again out in front. Lean forward this time. Heels down, toes up. Spread those toes. Stretch the Achilles, calf, the plantar fascia. Lower the feet. Arms up, feet out. This time left to right. On up. 2 and 3 times. Nice. Back to center, hands to the heart. Last one like the first one. Arms reach overhead. Take cactus and lean. Good job. Take a breath in, hands to your knees, forward fold. Slide it down. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, bowing for the last time. Right arm reaches and lower. Left arm. Big circle takes us all the way up. Look up. Hands touch. Good. Now, we are going to do our blast offs. We're going to try for 8 today. So make sure your toes are facing forward, your knees are facing forward. We want our hips, our knees, and our ankles all lined up, not cattywampus. Now, the challenging version is to crisscross your hands. If you would like to have a block between the inner thighs, I think that really assists us because it uses inner thighs. If you want to swing your arms for more momentum, you can do that as well. That might help you lift out of the chair. Also, you don't have to come all the way up. You can just come somewhat out of the chair. All right? So we're going to count down from 8. Here we go. Just make sure you know where your chair is. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one's the blast off. If you can, come on up and blast off, everybody. Good job. And put the block to the side if you had a windshield wiper here. How are the knees on that one? I know sometimes the knees hurt, and then we can stay seated for sure. It's okay, and just squeeze the glutes. Before we come up to standing, I want us to stretch our backs just a little bit. So let's go ahead and come forward and bring our knee to our nose like this, chin to the chest. Really round it in here. That stretches the back. Good. And then we'll come to the other side. Same thing. Chest and thigh come together. And then a couple more times to each side. This is a great way to stretch the back. Gives us that mobility we need, so we're not so stiff when we stand up. I get that. Mostly at the end of the day, I'll just be kind of stiff. All right, it's good before you come up to stand to shake it out a little bit because we want to get that blood flowing to our heart so everything isn't dark when we stand. Okay, if you need water, go ahead and have some water. We will be using the back of our chair. So let's go ahead and stand behind our chair, please. All right. So you might want to grow taller because over time we do sometimes lose our stature, right? We lose some inches. Our spine compresses over time. But the way we can stand up to our tallest height is to firmly root our feet into the floor and then extend our arms overhead. Lift the ribs off the pelvis. Get tall in your spine. Now while we're up here, let's climb the rope a little bit. So reach and pull the oranges off the tree. Good, reach up. Now both arms reaching up and then hands to the back of the chair, and this lengthens the back too. Let's take our down dog. And you can bend your knees so we're not overstretching the hamstrings. You can bend your elbows so the shoulders aren't cranky. And we just take a moment or two here to breathe so we can create space between each vertebrae. This one should feel good. If you have arthritis in your low back, it can create a bit of space there so the bone spurs aren't rubbing against each other and we're not quite so painful there. Try to visualize that. Visualization can be very powerful. Think about space between those discs. And then look at your thumbs and let's walk all the way back up. We're going to stand on our tippy toes, reaching our right arm up, thumb up, palm in, and then rock back to the heels. Pick up those toes, tuck your chin, stretch the back of the neck. Good, and then tippy toes and left arm up. Nice. Lower the heels and the hand. Lift those toes and look at the toes. One more time. This time maybe look up at the ceiling. Take a bit of a back bend. Release the hand and then lift those heels and tuck the lift the toes and tuck your chin. Last time, left arm up, reach up, look up, maybe back bend. Release it and maybe lift those toes and tuck your chin. Nice, and then shake it out a little bit. Okay, so we do core work in this class so that we can have better balance. So those deep core muscles are what hold us upright, and when they're weak, we're not going to be as able to catch ourselves and right ourselves if we were to fall. So we want those abdominal muscles nice and strong. We'll have our chair to the left hand, right arm is a cactus arm, left leg to the side. Now we're not going to round our spine, we're simply going to lift our knee and turn the shoulder toward that knee. And then we're going to stay straight in our spine and extend. So bend the right elbow, crisscross motion, spine is straight, elbow toward the knee, and then straighten that arm and leg. Use your core strength to crisscross, tuck it in without rounding your back, and then straighten it out. Good. Again, use those core muscles, tuck, take it out. Now this time we're going to come across and hold, but keep breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then see if you take a falling star for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All of that to the other side. So adjust the chair for the other side. This time, left arm's cactus, right leg extends. And if you don't need the chair, you can place your hand anywhere you'd like. But if you need it, it's there. So we're going to crisscross, kind of tuck it in without rounding the back. And then we straighten it all out. Good. That right leg is lifting. It's crisscrossing. Stretch it out. Lengthen it. Nice. Tuck it across there. Exhale. Inhale. Lengthen it out. Nice. A little moving balance. Good. Now the last one's where we crisscross and we hold, but we keep breathing. We'll use the core for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it out. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. How about a little hula hoop? Just relax that back. Bend your knees a little bit. Just roll around in there. What a silly little motion, but it's very therapeutic for our back and hips. We'll go the other way. Excellent. Roll around in there. Nice. We're going to continue to move our hips. So we'll have the chair in front of us. And we're really going to move through all the directions the hip can go through. So we're going to lift that right knee and circle it around and around toward the chair. In our bodies, we have 2 ball and socket joints. One is the shoulder and the other is the hip. Good. We'll go the other way. They're also synovial joints. So when we roll around the shoulder and the hip, we get synovial fluid into the joint, which is so lubricating. And then we'll lift and lower out to the side. Good. This is abduction and adduction. The first one was circumduction. Nice. Now we're going to step on that right foot and then take it straight out to the side with our toes and our knees facing forward, and then hand to the outside of your hip so you can connect in with that muscle group that you're using to hold that leg out. So feel that muscle harden a little bit. We're strengthening there. Nice. Now you're going to crisscross the right foot in front of the left, bend both knees and dip down in a curtsy. Take it out to the side again, lift it up there high, crisscross it behind the left foot, dip down, curtsy. Extend it out again. Now this time, if you want to balance, let go of your arms, lift your skirt, take that right arm out or right leg out, crisscross behind and lift the skirt. Good job. Hips ski side to side so that we stretch the muscles that we just contracted. Excellent. Let's try that on our left hip. So standing in mountain, we'll lift our left knee, take it in big round circles. This is hip health. Many times during our day and our week, we're not moving in a circular direction like this. Let's go the other way. That's why we're intentional about our yoga. It makes us healthy. It takes us in directions we don't normally go in. Nice. Now let's go ahead and lift and lower that up to the side, straight out to the side, lift and lower a few times. You can put your hand where you feel it, just connecting in. Those are the hip stabilizers, gluteus medius and minimus, and your abductors. All right, let's stand on 2 feet. Lift that left leg out to the side, toes and knees point forward, hold. Hand to the outside of your hip, crisscross in front, hand to your chair, curtsy. Take it out there, a little higher, crisscross behind, curtsy dip. Now take that leg out, crisscross in front, no hands if possible, good. Out to the side again, crisscross behind, lift your hands and your skirt. Good job. Ski, ski, ski. Ooh, really get into those hips and stretch them out. Nice. All right, squatting is so important for us, not just for back health, but also the health of our organs. So we're going to have our chair set up where we can hold on to it, our feet wide. Preparing for the squat, heels in and toes out, comfortable turnout. We want to have our legs wider than our hips, okay? And then just go up and down a few times, imagining you're sliding straight down a wall and your shoulders are touching the wall. So we're not hinging forward. That's a different muscle group. We're trying to strengthen those gluteals that help support where the pelvis and sacrum meet, the SI joint. Nice. Try not to lean forward. Try to keep everything vertical. Nice. Now, I want you to lower where it feels most comfortable for you. We'll take our left arm to cactus. You can hang on if you need to, but if possible, right arm's coming too. We're gonna breathe here, guys. Another 1 big breath in. And out, come to stand, good job. Shake out one leg and the other, super work. All right, facing that chair, feet together. Shift your leg into your left foot. We're gonna take our right leg to the side and our right arm out. Nice. Now, we're going to tap that left hand, maybe hover it, stay here for 3, 2, 1, good. Let's take that side to side. Work those muscles again, excellent. And then the other side, so feet together, left leg straight out, left arm out, maybe tapping the chair, maybe hovering, balancing, 3, 2, 1, stretch it out. We have been working those hips, super duper. I think we need one more little hula hoop. So grab your waist and circle it around in there. Good, go the other way. Nice. How about some marches? Just gets everything stretching. All right. Okie doke. So, let's do one last little balance challenge. Let's have our chair to our right hand. The left hand, it will help you balance if you turn that left palm forward. Right foot, then the left heel is at the right big toe. Now we're gonna have our chin parallel to the floor, look straight ahead, and heel to toe walk on a balance beam forward till you get to the end of your chair. And then heel toe on your balance beam back. Nice. Now we're going to close our eyes. We're going to take vision away. Hang on to your chair with eyes closed. I know we're a little more wobbly. And this just uses a lot of proprioception. Your brain talking to your ankles, knowing how you stack up in space. Hold on to that chair, go backwards 2. Oh my goodness, interesting, isn't it? Now both arms out. Let's see if we can have those palms forward and then heel toe, but we're gonna step over a little dog toy or gardening tool. Yeah, and come forward and then go back. Maybe there's a root on our path, we'll step over it. And come back. Oh, well done. Let's come to our chairs, please. Super job on that balance work. Got to keep practicing that so it's not so scary. And we'll grab our strap. All right, take our strap around our right ball of the foot. You know, the calf muscle, we can stretch it with this as well as our hamstrings. So once you get your strap around your right toe, pull your toes back, your right toe ball down. The calf actually turns into the Achilles tendon, which turns into the plantar fascia. It's all one big unit. So when you stretch one area, the whole chain benefits. So we get a nice stretch of the plantar fascia this way. It's all amazingly interconnected, isn't it? Stretch one area, a lot of others benefit. And the foot of the left leg is right underneath its knee. And we can let that right hand take the strap and open up so you get a stretch of your inner thigh and your medial tendon. And maybe pull that left hand back, but sit nice and tall in your spine. Gaze at your thumb. Then come back to center. Feel free to stay in the front. If you have the mobility of your hip, crisscross over. It doesn't have to go far to feel that IT band. Feel that stretch. Look over at your hand over the right shoulder. Really kick that heel out away from you. And then we'll take our seated pigeon. So right ankle to your thigh or even here at your other ankle. It's a wonderful pose for sciatica pain. And then we hinge forward. Lead with your heart so the tilt is in the pelvis. We're not rounding forward, we're hinging forward. There's a difference. Good. Now if it's easy, you can drape your hands over your shin or you can take your thinker's pose. Nice. Just make sure you're long, especially if you're crossing at your ankle. Long, and then just bend your elbows to hinge more. Good. So if you've got your ankle crossed, it might be more of a low back stretch, but that's okay. Not all of us can externally rotate our hips like that. So I just want to show you this is a really nice alternative. Good. Let's come on up and shake it out a little bit and set it up on the left side. So we've got that left toe ball mound with the strap, and we'll stretch this calf a little bit as well. The more you press your heel away and pull the toes back, the more you'll feel that in that whole calf, Achilles tendon, plantar fascia unit there. Breathe. And then we'll take our strap in our left hand and open up and use the right arm to stretch that part of your chest there, the rotator cuff, pec minor. Beautiful. Come back through center and then crisscross over IT band if it's available, and looking at the left thumb, sitting nice and tall. Breathe deeply. Very nice. And then we'll release the strap and place either your ankle at your thigh or your ankle on your other ankle, strapped to the floor. And then if you're here, we'll just bend forward. Good. It's a little tilt. Remember to keep your head just neutral. You're just hinging forward, so we don't tuck our chins. That's not going to help you stretch. It's just going to stress your ligaments of your neck. So think about leading with your heart, not the crown of your head. And then just breathe deeply in this pose. Noticing maybe if this one side's tighter or looser, right? Breathe. So important when you're holding a stretch to elongate that exhale. Good. Now come all the way back up and then back to mountain position. Excellent. Just noticing how you feel head to toe. Hopefully you feel a little lighter in your mood. You found some joy in movement. That's just my goal for everyone, is to enjoy moving their bodies and not have it quite so stiff and painful. I know, I'm experiencing a painful low back right now, so I know what it's like when you're stiff and you don't want to move, but the best thing we can do is keep moving. Let's inhale our arms up and overhead and come back to that theme of gratitude, pulling what you're most grateful for into your heart and really dwell on that for a moment or two. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful for you joining today. Be well, keep moving, and we'll see you again Monday, or Friday, tomorrow. Tomorrow at 11. And next Monday I will be Zoom. So if you come Zoom on Mondays when I'm out of town, I will be Zooming Monday, right? So I will be online Monday. We'll see you then, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mindy.
You're welcome. And if you go to the center on Mondays, you can still see me. You can still go and Zoom. So hybrid Monday. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You're welcome.